So I heard a really interesting interview today with Matthew McConaughey. And one of the things that he said really spoke to me. And it was about when we are confronted with things that we haven't tried before, or that, it's something new. Try something new. And there are three outcomes that can possibly happen from that. And I'd like to talk about those after the intro. Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life Podcast. So when you're offered the opportunity to do something different, something that is slightly outside your comfort zone, or maybe majorly outside your comfort zone, there are three possible scenarios. And, this came from an interview with Matthew McConaughey, which I guess he's got a new book out, Stoplights or Green Lights, something like that. And it really comes down to, when you look back at your life, and all of the things that could be, where would you want to be? And he talks about how when you're offered the opportunity to do something different, something interesting, something outside the comfort zone, there are three outcomes that can happen. Number one is you don't try. You don't try, and you'll never know if you could do it or not. It will always be that what if, right? That's one outcome. You could just, know what, I'm going to pass on the opportunity, not going to do it. There you go. The second is that you try and you fail. But you know what? You know what happens. You know that, this was something I wanted to do, but it was a little too far beyond my capability. But I know I tried. I did my best. I actually made an effort. And the interesting thing is, from that you learn. You learn what to do and how to improve yourself going forward. But that's number two, is you try and you fail, but you know. You can sit back on your chair when you're 90 years old, look back going, I at least gave that a shot. And he talks about in his example that he was like going across Africa, and he came to this village, and there was this really big like warrior guy that offered to wrestle him. And he was like, what happens if what if I say no? I never know what's going to happen. And he ends up wrestling the guy, and the guy just trounces him, right? But from that, the guy, takes him to the next village and introduces him, and it was kind of an honor scenario. And so it was a neat story. I'm butchering it, but it was cool. But the third scenario is that you try something new and you succeed. And so looking back on your life, that this was something that I didn't know that I could do, but I decided to go for it. And you know what? It worked. I succeeded. I was able to. So what it is, right? And what are the things that you learn from that? You stretch your comfort zone. You stretch what your capabilities are, what you can do. And I'm here to tell you that so much of our life, we take option number one, where, that's outside my comfort. I don't know that I want to do that. And we're selling ourselves short. We're selling ourselves short because the reality of it is that one, we're far more capable than we think of. And two, even if we try and fail, we learn something about ourselves. We learn a way to be better. but we know who we are, and that doing that attempt creates confidence in ourselves, and it helps us grow as spirits. Our spiritual self, our confidence grows with that. So I'm here to tell you today, try something new. You may not succeed, and that's okay. But what I don't want to happen is for you to get to the end of your life to look back and think, I coulda, I shoulda. Yeah, there was a great thing that I was told the other day, that what happens if you get to the end of your life, you've passed on to the afterlife, and God says, here, I want to show you a quick video of who you could have been. Ow. And how closely does who you could have been matched who you are? And that's why I'm saying you want to go, even if you're going to fail, it's okay. Try something new. Try something more. Try something that's going to stretch you. Because that, my friends, is how you live your life to the third power. Until tomorrow. I'm glad you enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know what impacted you in today's episode. You can join our Discord or Facebook community to connect with like-minded people that want a real third power life. You can go to thirdpowerlife.com or look in the show notes for links. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and rate button for the Third Power Life podcast. Until next time.